Welcome to Fire Breathing Kittens, an actual play podcast. Every episode microplot is a complete adventure with a beginning and an end that fits into the overarching macroplot of the whole season. Because they stand sturdily on their own, you can listen to these adventures in any order and can skip any you don't enjoy. This is the second episode of a companion episode where we have two episodes that are run using the same system and same setting, and everything's the same except the players are different, and what they do may change the episode entirely. So this will be very exciting. This will be playing right after the episode I just ran for New Edo, which is the game we're playing today. It's a game where Cyberpunk and Edo Japan collide. We played this game only once last year, and it has a lot of rules, so as a bit of a disclaimer, we probably won't do everything perfectly. If you enjoy these mechanics, you can find New Edo on salty-games.com. Build your own New Edo character and play a game with friends. Speaking of friends, today we are joined by Zidane.
Well, hello again, everyone. Back again for another thrilling adventure. I am Zidane Carmichael. Today I have decided to wear an all-black suit because I feel like it just fits the weather that's going on outside right now, I hope. I haven't been outside yet today.
And Sadie.
Hi everyone. I'm Sadie. It's nice to meet you. And then Sadie, this is my not character voice. Sadie is a macrotus elf. That is a word that means they have really long ears. I'm picturing like horizontal from the head, just like perpendicular. And she's got long white hair and white skin and blue eyes. She would burn to a crisp if she went outside, so, she doesn't go outside much. And she's pretty naive for being 718 years old.
And Nugh.
I am playing Nugh, a flesh golem who does not actually have a voice yet. Nugh is 6.5 feet tall, 300 pounds. His skin is kind of grayish, and he is wearing a dark brown suit that is stained with graveyard dirt.
Not just any dirt, graveyard dirt. Buy your local department store today.
Like all those pretentious pre-treated jeans that are like, it's already ripped when you bought it. Mm.
Right.
It was pre-graveyarded.
That's awesome. So that now for a quick synopsis. You took on a job from Pearl in the Sea, a former FBK adventurer who became a warden of the multiverse. She detected a mysterious anomaly in an alternate version of Draws where a power level that threatens the multiverse. Pearl promised you a reward for its discovery, a machine that can be used for personal recreation as well as collect money for you over time. After accepting her request for help, she transported you to an alternate version of Draws, the version where magic and technology have combined to create a cyber world that bends to the whims of one's beliefs. You find yourselves in the FBK Guildhall, but it's different from what you're used to. The walls, floor, and ceiling are lit up with flashing neon lights displaying texts and images you don't quite understand. The musky smell of cheap booze, coupled with bubblegum-scented vapor hanging in the air, does little to cover up the stench of dead fish coming from the kitchen. Unrecognizable instruments play from a high-tech music box and are occasionally drowned out by motorized carriages passing by outside. You see a glowing glass jobs board with text that only appears when you approach.
I'm gonna go ahead and approach the glowing box, or approach the box to make it glow.
So you do that, and when you approach, you see all these advertisements for different things, and very similar to the jobs board where you're from, where there'll be random things posted up. You'll see coupons here and there for people. You'll see some lists and check boards and whatever. But then sometimes there'll be jobs boards for other jobs, but there are specific ones that Newsag would put up and post that only you and other FBK members would be able to see. And similar to this, you see a text box start to appear as you approach it and anyone else that they approach. And it says, mission directive, find the mysterious anomaly with multiverse-threatening potential. Current leads. 1. The robotics manufacturer Sparkworks Limited has ordered a ton of robotic parts for an unclassified project. 2. A local tech scavenger who squats by the pier is searching for the wreckage of a spaceship from an urban legend. And 3. The gang in control of the Coliseum says that when the champion spills the blood of their 100th challenger, they will ascend to godhood. And let me know when you have those written down. Those are the only leads you have.
Who put this job flyer up? Like, who wrote this?
The Nulasag in this dimension, you would assume.
So Nulasag has been keeping an eye out for these leads because why? Like, is this a paying? Okay, so Pearl in the Sea recruited us to do what?
She detected a multiverse threatening anomaly that has a potential to has the potential to threaten the multiverse, and has in this alternate universe, and Nulasag has been looking for leads. He's aware of this as well. They're working together.
Okay.
And these are the leads he has that might lead to this. They don't know where the anomaly is, except it's in this version of Niqamui somewhere. And these are the leads he has found.
The former gladiator in me really wants to go check out the Coliseum gang and see what's going on there.
I am both intrigued and a little frightened by something called Sparkworks, considering my creator's name is Professor Spark, and they're looking for parts.
Professor Spark? And you can tell that Sadie is just trying not to hide under the table. This is overstimulating for her. There's too many lights and sounds. Oh, man.
Oh, young Sadie, it's going to be quite all right. Listen, I think maybe going to a corporate entity is probably not the best idea. It's a bunch of scumbags usually up in those towers. I don't think we should deal with them. It seems a little bit above us. But if we want to keep it simple, I mean, I know I've got the heart of battle in me and I wish to go to the Coliseum and see what's going on there, but maybe finding this tech scavenger is a little bit more what everyone would be comfortable doing.
Nugh points at the Coliseum job and says, huh?
However, so that's, I mean, Sadie, what would you be most comfortable doing? Other than none of it, that's not, sorry.
I'm just glad that y'all are here and that we're together because this is my first adventure.
Well, that's true. It is your first time going out into the adventuring world. I'll let you decide.
Oh, gosh. And, like, she pulls her ears, which are, like, Dumbo style, and she, like, rings them.
All right. I think going to the tech scavenger is going to be our best bet for young Sadie here. So I believe we need to figure out where he is located and find ourselves to him or her or they.
Is this 1, 2, or 3? 1 is Sparkworks Limited, 2 is the pier, and 3 is the Coliseum.
That's how I had it written down, yeah.
Yeah. Is it 1, 2, or 3?
2.
2.
Okay, so we're going to the pier. Okay.
All right, so you've a group decided to go to the pier, keeping all the other options in mind. So you're approaching the pier. Okay. You head towards the nearby pier where you see piles of metal junk strewn about the place. You hear the sound of banging metal coming from a pile of junk carved out like a cave. Flickering orange lights shoot out from every bang. Above the opening is a neon sign with a few letters flickering in and out, reading Ramona.
Ramona.
Ha
Excellent attempt. I guess I'll find so there's the pier that we've approached now. This is a building you just described, right? Or is it just a sign?
It's a large pile of metal and plastic scrap, and it's sort of dug into. Imagine going to a landfill, like a landfill from a cartoon, and you see just the piles of garbage, and it's like dug out like a cave, and you can see inside. So It's like a cave inside of a rock face, but instead of a rock face, it's a junk face, if that makes sense. But it's still structured enough to where it could theoretically be a wall, quote unquote.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's pretty cool.
Is there anything I can knock on, like as a door or anything like that, or something that could reverberate? I don't want to
Oh,
spark
definitely.
in.
There are plenty of metal, what do you call it? Metal sheets on the sides that if you bang on it, it makes a loud, echoey reverberation throughout.
That's what I do.
Mm-hmm. All right. You hear gung, gung, gung. It's a lot louder than you were expecting. And you hear echoing from inside, oh, yeah, you can come in.
All right, gang. Seems like somebody's home. Let's head on in.
Okay.
Follow you in.
Inside, you see a devilkin woman hammering away at some metal. She stops to pull up her welding mask to get a good look at you, revealing her red skin, black hair, and yellow eyes. Yo, do you have some parts? I'm short on creds, but if it's good stuff, I'll work something out.
Oh no, we don't have any. I'm not a parts deliverer. I'm from the Fire Breathing Kittens Guild.
Oh, okay. So you're here with some information. Good. I went by and I was asking about something a project I've been looking into, trying to get off this hellhole of a planet.
Okay, I'm more than happy to listen.
Yeah,
what information do you have?
So, yeah, there's I'm looking for something, except none of the craziest think it's real. There's this urban legend about a spaceship buried somewhere underneath the town, and that's sort of what I've been putting all of my effort into. I usually go out scavenging for parts and do mercenary work on the side, but this has been occupying all of my time because I've gotten a lead lately.
What is your lead?
Well, there are multiple things happening around this place, and one of the places I believe the spaceship might be located is underneath the Sparkworks industrial complex. I feel like they've got something going on right now, and they're doing some kind of weird. They've got some unclassified project they're working on, and they're ordering a lot of robotic parts, a lot more than what they're usually doing. So they must be planning something big. I think the thing that might be underneath their facility, they found it and they're utilizing it. That's what I'm guessing, because from what I hear, this spaceship had some kind of power source of unlimited energy.
Hi, I'm Sadie.
Oh,
what's your name?
Well, nice to meet you, Sadie. I'm Ramona. And if you happen to find any scrap that looks really good, I can pay you something. You look like you're out and about and sort of green around the gills. Looks like you're new out in these parts. You don't look like you belong here.
I do not. But so my question for you is, why do you want to get off the planet? Have you been everywhere on it so far?
Everywhere is the same these times. Everywhere is pretty much the same as like all these companies do. The companies pretty much run everything around here now, and I'm just so tired of dealing with all the tech. I don't have much family. I don't have any family left here. I'm trying to get off this planet so I can go out and explore and discover and do things other than what's here. You look around you. You look around you with the junk here. Other than the junk and the ocean out there, and the large corporation buildings, there isn't much left around here.
Oh, well, I might have a solution for you. I mean, you could come back with us if you want.
Come back with you? Where do you come from?
A different universe.
Whoa, you're one of those universe hopping sort of folks. Well, that sounds great. How did you get here?
I have a friend. Friends are everything in life. And she looks at Nugh and Zidane, like just beaming at you guys. And her name's Pearl in the Sea. And she brought us here. So maybe if you want to leave, you might not even have to find a spaceship.
Well, she thinks, and it's like, that's a good prospect. I like that. But I would rather have a spaceship. But if we can't find one, I'll definitely come with you, and maybe I'll find a spaceship where you're from.
Oh, definitely not. I don't even know what that is.
A spaceship? You don't know what that? It's like a, imagine a carriage, but it's a carriage you can fly out into the stars. And let me show you. And she sort of gestures you outside her little cave. She points up at the sky, at the night sky, and there's stars out there. Yeah, all those are different systems. Like we have draws here, and it revolves around a star. It revolves around a star just like those. And think there might be other planets around all those other stars out there. She's pointing, but they're really far away. I really want to explore out there.
Sadie pulls at her ears distressed and kind of like goes back inside. Too much.
I think
And
you
it's so
overwhelmed her.
amazing. She doesn't even notice Sadie's. She's going on about how she really wants to go exploring the cosmos. She seems really enthused about that. But she also is very enthused about taking on your offer of coming with you back to your place if she can't get a spaceship or if the lead doesn't lead to anything.
Well, if you want to show, so first off, where is Sparkworks located? From here, how do we get to there from here?
It's about a 5-mile walk from where you're standing now.
Okay.
It's connected to the junkyards that are around the place and the main roads. Because of course, with all the prototype robots are making and throwing out, you see a bunch of junk robots being thrown out and then wandering to place if they're still alive.
Oh no. And what do you know of the
are you okay? So you're asking Ramona this stuff as well, or
Yeah, I was asking her. Yeah.
I apologize. I thought you were just asking character.
No.
Okay, so if you're asking her, she said, yeah, she would have said that and said, yeah, all those robots that don't make the cut get thrown into the robot waste yard, and yeah, it's a pretty dangerous place over there. She points to what used to be what looks like an old junkyard, and it's got all like the biggest metal piles, and you can see some shambling robots and obscured in the fog inside. Yeah, that's the robot waste yard. Don't go there. It's real dangerous.
Nugh just kind of looks at her.
I didn't quite get that, but yeah, they were built by Sparkworks. That's what you're asking. It's really difficult to hear what you're saying, but I want to see what you're trying to ask, but I know you're probably concerned. No, I didn't get that. I'm sorry.
Nugh just shrugs.
What do you know of the Colosseum gang that wants to ascend to godhood?
Oh yeah, those doofuses. Yeah, they're I don't know what their whole thing is about, but yeah, that there's also a lead that the spaceship might be underneath the Colosseum as well. Like I said, the spaceship was buried years ago. Or when I say years, I mean like a few millennia ago. So it could be anywhere, but yeah, it could be underneath the Colosseum. It could be underneath Sparkworks. I've heard of rumors that the champion guards some big piece of technology underneath the Colosseum, and it might be the spacecraft I'm looking for. And by the way, I don't know exactly what you're coming here trying to learn, other than to help me. Or is there something you're looking for as well?
Well, we're trying to stop the end of reality, essentially. So, maybe
sounds
the spaceship
cool.
is linked.
Adventurous.
Very. Well, thank you for your time, Ramona. I think we've got enough information. Unless Sadie or Doug, do you know how to write like questions down?
Nugh pulls out a little slate and some chalk. So you know there won't be long questions, but yeah, you can write short things.
And Ramona sees you pulling out the slate with chalk, and you're writing something down, a question.
I don't have any questions. I just pull it out and hold it up as to demonstrate that indeed.
Oh wow, that's cool looking technology. I've never seen anything like that before in these parts. I mean, I have something that looks similar, and she pulls out like a futuristic computer tablet with a stylus.
Nugh holds out the slate like to trade.
to trade. Wow. So yeah, let me try this out. And she takes a look at the thing and she takes the chalk and writes on the slate. Goes, oh, this is so she starts just drawing pictures. Wow, how do I save? Wait, it doesn't have a save function? But wait, it doesn't go away either. Wait, I could, and she wipes the chalk away. I could draw more pictures. Oh man, the trade-off. If you want to try to do the trade, you could roll to barter.
Sure. I don't have that skill, but okay. Why not?
We learned yesterday you can actually have, if someone has the barter skill, they can roll just their skill dice and add that as an assist.
That sounds terrific.
I can't help you because I don't have any skill in barter. But if I think it's your reflex number of d10s, so you can roll it as a base without any skill. Zidane, do you have any stats in the barter skill?
I have banter and commerce.
Oh, commerce is probably what I was thinking.
So I have a D4.
That can add to Nugh's roll. And what does banter use as its core trait?
Banter
You mean
is
commerce?
reflex. Commerce is perception? Presence. Perception.
All right. What are you best at, Nugh?
Power.
No, I mean like of the options. Do you want to use commerce or
I have no skill in either of those, so
perception and reflex and okay, all right.
Perception and reflex are both 12. Heart is 23.
Whatever commerce's
Commerce.
skill is. So I believe
What is commerce skill?
Commerce's stat is perception, you said?
Commerce is perception, yes.
Okay, I have a 12 in that. I don't
So
know
you'd
what
roll a
that means.
d10.
A D10.
And you'd add
And then
Zidane's d4 roll and see what
I
happens.
didn't know if I need.
Well, I got a 1.
Oh.
I got a 3.
She cuts her loss, or she thinks about it. She's like, well, there's no save function, and I don't know how I'm going to be able to continue doing business with my associates over the Wi-Fi if this doesn't have Wi-Fi. It's really cool technology, though, and she hands it back to Nugh.
And Nugh has been playing with the tablet because they traded for a minute, and when Nugh hands it back, there's like the beginnings of a poem, song, something written out. It's really rough, but it's a gift.
Oh, in that case, can you roll performance for that? Just for,
Sure.
It's weird, but performance for the poetry,
Yeah. Okay.
if
so
you'd like.
that I actually have a skill point in. I have a D6 in that. Do I roll just that?
A d6 and associated stat. So I believe it's presence.
Yes. Okay.
And what's your presence score at?
16.
So it'd be a d10 and a d6.
Okay.
I believe is what you said. You had just a d6 in performance.
Yep.
Okay.
So I got a total of 13.
Oh, perfect.
I got a 10 on the 10. Does that explode?
Yes. So you can roll it again.
Okay, so that's another 7. So 20.
Oh, wow. Let me take a look. Let me check something. Oh, yeah. So you hand that back to her. Says, oh, okay, yeah, thank you. And she sees what you wrote down. She starts reading it very thoroughly. And she looks very intrigued and says, wow, you have a hard time speaking, but you have a lot of good things to say. I wish I could. Are you looking for something to help you speak?
Huh?
Well, it doesn't work anymore, but I'll show you. And she reaches in and she picks out something, some kind of device that looks like a choker that goes around your neck. And she says, this thing's busted, but it comes from Sparkworks. And it's a voice modulator, though. It only allows you to say 3 words or whatever for things that can't speak, but they think it. Maybe you can find one there at Sparkworks if you're heading there.
So Nugh takes it and bows to her very thankfully.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're not that very good at helping communication, but it helps a little.
Uh-huh.
So it seems like something you would really want. I hope you can find something where you can speak clearly and fluently like this in the future, because you've got quite a way with words. Oh, don't be so modest. Anyway, let me know if you find any leads on that spaceship. And if you can't and you have to go back home, please come back and get with me, Sadie. I really want to come back with you guys.
Of course.
Well, then, I think our next destination, unless anyone objects, I guess we don't have a choice. We should probably go to Sparkworks, unless people want to go to the Coliseum and see what the Coliseum gang might have to say.
Nugh draws a little sketch of a Coliseum on the slate, like yes, this device is really cool, but avoiding Sparkworks seems like a really great idea.
What do you say, Sadie?
I've never been to a Coliseum before.
Oh, they're great. They're fantastic places. Let's, I guess we're heading to the Coliseum. That actually sounds like a better idea, too. I still really don't want to go to Sparkworks.
So, you're heading to the Coliseum. You approach the location of Niqamui's Coliseum. However, everything outside the walls is buried under rubble. The immediate area is war-torn by gang rivalries, and the Coliseum is their proving grounds. The sounds of gunfire and motorized carriages bellow from out of the stadium, followed by an occasional buzzer and a roaring crowd.
It is somehow even louder here than it was in the world in general.
Zidane's right at home. The first thing I'd like to do is try and find whoever looks to be the most important person here. Whoever looks like they're given the orders, and that's basically what I want to start with. I don't want to approach anyone yet. I just want to find them. I'm going to visually find them first.
Mm-hmm. Well, you would see, you'd go through the front door, and there'd be the concession line, and then there's the line to get tickets to go in, and there's also the manager who's set up to take in entrance. So those are the places you would understand and know where to go through the front entrance. So if you were looking to enter the Coliseum, officially, you'd go there. Or if you just want to barge in, you could, but there'd be some guys guarding people from just waltzing in.
Right.
But those are pretty much your options. And there are also hallways going deeper into the Coliseum that like the deeper points. You know this Coliseum very well. There are places that go deeper into the Coliseum and under it.
Now, I think we should go in regularly. We shouldn't barge our way in, because then it's really obvious we're up to something at that point. So I think we just kind of lay it low. We just go through, we pay like normal, and then we just kind of have to figure out where to go from there.
Question about the scenery and the environment. What are the rival gang colors?
Oh, the rival gang colors? Oh, that's a good question. If you're talking about colors, I would imagine it's just red and blue. Just go with some classics. But they're all wearing your typical Mad Max sort of rags and just spikes and just weird whatever sort of post-apocalyptic looking attire, but also dusters and cool leather jackets. Just a mix of certain things in this post-cyber apocalyptic world.
So am I wearing red or blue, or any of us party members? Let's do a quick outfit check, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Brown suit stained with graveyard dirt.
Excellent.
All black.
All right, I have been wearing a yellow dress. Perfect.
Okay, everyone's neutral. Yeah, but there is a definite color scheme between the two main gangs. There are other smaller gangs with different colors, but you guys stick out or blend in depending on how like if you're wearing like a duster jacket or something, you blend in pretty well with just normal crowd. But you guys don't look like gang members. So even if your colors were to match, it's very obvious that you're not there. I'm wearing yellow because I represent this small yellow gang faction. So you don't have to worry about that. But it's good to know, yeah.
The Daisy Chain Gang.
I was just thinking of gang names, Capri Suns. Yeah.
But yeah, I guess just how much does it cost to get in?
Oh, so you go to the front desk and talk to the manager that's behind the desk. Oh, well, it doesn't really cost anything to get in. it all depends on how strong you are if you can convince me. This is much different than what you're used to. You don't actually pay to enter. You actually have to sort of just talk your way in, prove your worth, and convince the manager here. He's a pretty buff dude, pretty rough and tumble. He says most people that enter in, they come in, they get their pay, and then they leave if they survive.
Well, I don't think I'm much of a fighter, but I might have something that you might be interested in. And I take out a really pretty crystal. It looks like a quartz crystal. And I'm like, this is 5 alpha, 6 alpha, 7, 8 dihydro, 4, 5 epoxy, 3 methoxy, 17 methyl morphine, 6 ol. Give it a lick.
Lady, you scare me, and I like that. Let me take a look at that quartz and lick it. And he licks it. What does it taste like?
Codeine.
Wait, did you say coating or coating?
It tastes like now your tongue's numb. And you feel good.
Lady, you don't look like you're a fighter, but you're definitely got my vote. You go in there and you kill all them sons of bitches. Because this is some good stuff. You convinced me, but now these guys, he's looking at Nugh and Zidane. You still got to convince me. This lady, she's definitely the leader of this group, isn't she?
And he's just like keeping the crystal.
I don't know I don't remember what the hell you just called this, but I like it. You're gonna have to give me more.
Oh, you can keep that one if you want. I've got more.
How is Sadie feeling after this? Is she hyped up to go to the Coliseum now? He's really hyping her up as this big important person. I'm just wondering.
Oh no, I just like crystal. I like shiny rocks.
Sadie's just doing her best.
Yeah.
But Sadie, with that rock, yeah, you convinced him.
I used to be quite the gladiatorial champion myself back in the day. That's basically my pedigree on that. I don't know if there's a version of me that existed in this universe or not, but I am well trained in using edged weapons.
I see, yeah.
I don't have fancy rocks on my disposal no fancy rocks on me to do anything, so.
Well, let's see. If you can find some, it's like, tell me about your, you say you're a gladiator, tell me about your experiences, some of your past experiences, your fights you've had.
Well, there was one fight that I had where this one guy kept coming up to fight me repeatedly, and I kept besting him every time because I honestly felt a little bad for him, but his father, on the other hand, didn't agree with that and then froze me in time for 200 years and just kind of let me go. But let me stay there for a while. I'm missing past patches of my memory, but there was also one time where I was in a chariot battle. I was on the ground and there was 4 guys in chariots.
Wow.
And then I was able to take out all 4 chariots.
Well, that sounds similar to our champion, actually. You might be just like him. We'll put you in. We'll put you in. Yeah, that's inspiring. What about you? You look big and tough. Directing his attention to Nugh.
So, I would like to use one of my enhancements, my augmentations.
Ooh. Okay.
I have an emotional intent inverter that causes anxiety.
Ooh.
So I want to turn that on.
Mm-hmm.
And then I want to use my frighten rote.
Nice.
So without saying anything, I'm just going to loom over him until he wets himself.
Roll an intimidation skill check.
Okay, so that's a D6, and then that adds to my perception, right? Or performance, or not performance, presence.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
and you roll with advantage. I don't know if the augmentations gave you anything, but I would imagine you to get at least an advantage if it doesn't.
It actually, well, the anxiety increases their target number by 3. So I guess their ability to resist would be right. And then on the road, it's they could attempt to overcome with heart and survival. equal to my casting roll, but also +3 because of the
roll your cast your road because so for your road, let me look it up real quick.
So the skill for frighten is intimidate.
Okay, so there's no rolling a skill for any. So casting skill intimidation. So what you'd roll? What's your Shimpy rank? That's one of your stats. It's on the right of all your stats.
5.
5. Oh, we'll just make it a 1. That's fine.
Can I ask for the listener? Can you guys read out loud? What are you doing? Like, can you read the frighten skill?
Mm-hmm.
So the frighten rote.
Rote. So it's a spell. Okay.
It's a spell. Yeah.
Got it.
It's basically like having fear. The target becomes afraid of you on each of their turns. They may attempt to overcome their fear using a full action to roll heart plus survival versus a TN target number equal to your casting roll. Once they succeed, the effects of the rote end. And as a setup, I wanted to engage my emotional intent inverter AUG, which emits a broad spectrum burst that causes everyone within a 5 meter radius with a heart score less than 30 to become highly anxious.
Oh no.
Anxiety is strong enough to cause hesitation and uncertainty in affected targets. And during any conflict scenario, this effect raises the target number of any affected creature's rolls by 3 for AUG rank turns, which is just 1. Note that this ability affects your allies in range unless you have rank 2 or higher, which I don't. So that's a good reason for me to go last after you all have already entered the Coliseum.
Yeah.
So with your frighten roll, you roll a D10 from Shimpy, and then roll your intimidation skill dice, which I believe you said was a D6 or a D8.
It's a D6, and then I have the
Nugh is casting frighten, which is a rote. What happens is after Nugh rolls to see what it is, the TN roll, the target number for frighten is 10. So Nugh has to roll at least a 10 to cast frighten.
Okay, so I got a 8.
Oh, 8 total?
Yeah.
Okay. So you weren't able to cast frighten.
Do I get to use my fear cami, which gives a +2 to intimidate?
Yeah, that works.
Then I got a 10.
There you go. So yeah, he's frightened. He's cowering from you, and everyone around you is kind of put uneased by Nugh's intimidation, just standing over top.
Yeah.
It's just the fear is palpable. You can feel this is not a normal human. This is something. This is an abomination from the undead, and everyone is sort of put on edge. Even your party members might feel a little fearful. The way you're standing and towering over now, just to show him to show this guy that you are intimidating. He goes, he can't even say you're good.
I just walk by him. And as I do, I call over my over my shoulder, and I wave. And I go, ah!
Everyone is a couple people in line to go.
A few people decide not to go to the Coliseum today, very abruptly.
Yes. So you guys are able to actually go into the Coliseum now, or you guys are entered into the Coliseum. You'll be facing off against Honda Domeki, who is the champion of this Coliseum, and a few of his cohorts.
Is there like an audience area?
Oh yeah.
I'm just really I'm feeling more nervous than I usually do. And I think you have this covered. You seem like you're great at this. I'm just
There's a place for you to sit in the audience.
Yeah, do you guys want to we don't have to fight, do we?
I notice Sadie's behavior, and I double check my emotional intent inverter and make sure it's off. I'm like the double check, but yeah, Like, am I causing this anxiety? Apparently not.
Well, I mean, there's nothing saying that we have to fight right away. There's other challengers, I'm sure. We can see how this goes. We know who the champion is. He's probably going to be the best person to talk to. Whether or not he'll talk to us without fighting him is a completely different story, though.
So just a question. So, like, when you're fighting in the arena, you're probably not able to guard the thing that you're supposed to guard, right? So shouldn't we, like, find out where it is that they guard the thing, and then, like, when they go to fight, we can investigate with them absent?
Fair point. Well, they need to fight, though.
Let's go to the room with the star on it, on the door, right? Maybe it's in there.
That's the plan. Let's go find the room with the star.
Nugh writes something on the slate and shows it to Zidane, and it just says, "Provoke another group?" ?
That would be a viable distraction.
Ooh, and there are already gangs that hate one another. This will be easy.
So let me get this straight. You guys are wanting to start a gang war? Or
Yeah.
Maybe.
okay.
You know, as a distraction. We're here to save the multiverse with the good guys.
All right. So if that's the plan, if that's the case, how do you plan on doing that? So
Colors.
the going to see the champion before he goes to fight was just an option. And now you guys are going with starting a gang war instead. Am I getting this right? Or are you still going to see the champion? I'm just curious how you guys are going to approach this.
So I was geared up to be the distraction. So you guys can do, you guys would be able to do the sneaking and the snooping. But starting gang war does sound fun, but did we bring anything with us is the thing to do that, because we're not wearing colors that are the correct ones. And
Here's my plan.
okay.
There's a bunch of dressing rooms. Dressing rooms have gang paraphernalia in them, or should. We just, like, move them around.
I love the simplicity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you didn't tell me you were a fan of them idiots. Who are you calling an idiot? Ugh. Yeah, I can see it.
All right, that's our new plan. And if that doesn't work, then I'll just go be the distraction.
I'm kind of envisioning this as sort of like a soccer hooligan gang level of...
Yeah. It's looking like it.
Like, they just kind of fight every week, so, you know, like, this is just easy to provoke. Really, you just need a catchy song.
If only we had a bard.
No, if only we had a bard.
If I only had a bard.
Ooh, okay. So, plan, possibility. Nugh does a catchy song. We, the interested newbies, go to the dressing rooms to meet and talk to people. And if they're not present, we'll swap their stuff. And if they
I
are
agree.
present, we'll gather information.
That'll work.
And then maybe we'll figure out where there's a rumor the champion is guarding something. Maybe we'll figure out where it is. It might not be in the champion's dressing room, but that's a good place that all champions have together. Like, all champions share that dressing room, or maybe a trophy, or maybe like something. What do you get when you're the champion? So that's what we'll be investigating with people. And then Nugh will be with us, or like somewhere else. Oh yeah, with us, because then you can like be, these hallways are kind of narrow. You can be like blocking the line of sight, you know. That's the plan.
I like how in the we're concerned about line of sight in this game. I'm a pillar.
95% coverage behind that.
Yep.
You're just a pillar of full cover. I love it.
Well, take it away, Nugh. Whip out something to distract them.
Da 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 da.
Beautiful. Oh,
Meanwhile, we're in the hallway and like a bunch of, competitors are like sticking their heads out, right? Looking at that.
they start
Which
saying,
rooms don't stick their heads out and which rooms do?
a couple of the ones on the left side of the hallway stick their heads out and say, we will rock you. In response to Nugh's performance. And then there don't seem to be anyone in the right rooms. But the ones in the left rooms are cheering. The ones in the left room are cheering. The ones in the right rooms, it doesn't appear to be anyone in there. But it definitely seems to be a commotion going down the halls. And you can definitely tell by doing that which rooms are filled and which ones are empty.
Great.
So,
And they're riled up now. So, like, woo.
Woo! Question for Zidane's player. Do you sneak?
No.
Yeah, I don't sneak either.
Nope.
So maybe I'll give you a help, right? How do you assist other people? You add your skill dice, and I don't have any skill dice in sneaking. So I can I roll a perception check? That's because I get +1 on all my perception rolls, and then I'll point out the room for Zidane to sneak into, and I'll keep an eye out.
That works. We had a similar thing happen yesterday, where someone used a different skill to assist with another skill, but it made sense. I believe it was, go for his weak spot. I'm going to roll my unarmed to point out weak spots for your attack, which isn't unarmed, but it was a different skill for a different assist. But it worked just like that, which I don't know if it's allowed, but it makes sense.
Yeah.
So you're using perception to aid in someone's stealth. Got it.
Yeah, I just want to see if there's anyone in those rooms using my perception skill, because I get a +1 to my final roll with my sunshine kami, because I'm so shiny and not at all sneaky. So, can I roll 2d10 and then see?
It's just a skill dice though.
Perception. It's one of my core traits.
Oh, you're talking about. Let's see. It would have to be. It's fine. You can roll 2d10.
So I have a 21 in perception, right? So that would be 2d10?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to roll 2d10. And the idea is I'm going to add 1 to the end of it because of my sunshine kami.
Mm-hmm.
And then that'll point out the room for Zidane to sneak into. And then I'll add like a keep an eye out. So I'm hiding behind Nugh and I'm looking around as, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's a 17. Wow. So
nice.
Maybe I can see that the lights are off underneath one of the doors.
Oh yeah, you can tell looking at the doors and listening at perception is not just sight; it's also hearing. You hear the we will rock you from all the doors except for a couple on the right, and then one of the ones on the right you can hear footsteps. It seems like there's just someone in there, but in another one you can definitely tell the lights are off. You're not hearing anything. No one in there, as far as you're aware, would be trying to keep quiet. It's either people not paying attention or not caring, or in this case, for that room, it is completely empty and free to go into.
Okay, I use hand gestures and subtle, not conveyed using words to be like, not that one with the footsteps in it. And I'm keeping an eye out at the people sticking their heads out as you explore.
Yeah, I'll just head on into the room that has nobody in it then.
All right. So you head in there and you see your typical, well, not typical for you, typical for this universe, just your lockers with people's clothing in it. They're out in the Coliseum now, presumably doing their fights and doing what they're doing in the Coliseum, and all of their out of Coliseum garb is in the lockers, aka their gang attire. And of course, you see all of the one color of this gang. You look and you see on one of these gang outfits, they're the main gang outfit in this area is sort of the sunny orange, and they're known as the Capri Suns. So this seems to be the locker room for gang members of the Capri Suns.
I love it. What were the rivals that Nugh said earlier?
The Capri Suns and the Daisy Chain Gang.
Nice. Bitter enemies to the end.
But the only outfits you see in this room right now are the Capri Suns outfits.
Okay. This is going to be a really off the cuff kind of question, but are there any like writing implements in here of some kind? Conveniently, where there happen to be paint in here.
Ooh. What would be a good... You know what? Go ahead and roll. There's no you're not rolling fate to see. Go ahead and roll a D100. This will be sort of just for luck.
Where's my percentile? There you are. That is an 87.
You rolled high enough, yeah. You actually do see, wouldn't necessarily, well, yeah, there's spray paint of different colors. Now there.
Well, I take off my jacket, I roll up my sleeves, I grab one of the, whatever the sunflower, the daisy chain gang colors. I'm assuming it's a yellow of some kind.
You would see some anti-paraphernalia like hanging around that's like, screw these guys, and you see their logo and the colors they use. You see like a red X or like a bullet shot or a target reticle over them, like screw these guys, sort of things around. So you can see what colors the Daisy Chain Gang has.
Okay, so I'm going to grab their color of spray paint,
and
I'm going to
sort of light yellow and just bright happy yellow, and then you've got this gritty rusty orange for the Capri Suns.
Okay. No, I need the yellow color because I'm gonna take off my jacket, roll up my sleeves, grab the spray paint can. I'm gonna write and just spray in huge letters on the wall. Capri sucks.
That's good. That hits home because it sounds like sun, but it's a different word. It's a word that means it's a bad word. To say it sucks, that's bad. They're going to be so upset.
And then I'm also going to spray their clothes with the yellow spray paint.
No!
Taking care to
not their designer dusters. No! So do that.
And then, then I just put the can back. Then I get myself put back together, and then I'm just going to walk out as stealthily as I can.
So the battle has begun.
Just look like you belong there. It's fine. Carry a clipboard. Nobody will stop you.
Oh my gosh, there's this like video on just carry a ladder into places and you can go anywhere.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that. Yeah, if you're carrying something. Oh, if you run around the fire extinguisher, no one will stop you. You can run anywhere. So long as you're carrying a fire extinguisher, no one will stop you.
I mean, this is a real quick, brief thing here. When a mall I used to work at, that's how people would steal stuff out of Sears. They would just bring a dolly.
Yeah.
Just act like they knew what they were doing and just lift cases out.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway.
And as soon as you exit that room, accomplished, that other room that was empty, you happen to know someone's about to step out of it now.
Yep. I mean, I'm going to act like I belong here because I know how to mesh with this kind of crowd. So I'm just straightening up my my clothes and
we're all singing along.
walking. Yeah, everyone's distracted.
And out of that door comes a custodian who has like a mop bucket and cleaning supplies. Just got done cleaning that room. He looks over and says, "Oh, you came out of that room. Does that room need cleaning?"
Nope, sure doesn't.
Oh, good. I was wanting to get on my break. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Take your break. Have a Reuben sandwich while you're on your break.
Oh, wow. Thank you. Man, you're great. You must be, He narrows his eyes and says, you look kind of familiar. Anyway, well, thank you anyway. And he heads on his way and goes back where he's from, where he's going.
Right, then I'm going to approach Sadie and say, well, Sadie, I have accomplished our goal. Now we just have to wait for these competitors to come back and chaos will commence.
That's great.
Now come, let's watch the festivities.
Yeah, Nugh is performing and is doing a great job, and everybody's like cheering, and we're just blending in.
So are all three of you going to be in the audience just kind of waiting for things to play out? Is that the plan, or are you guys standing somewhere else?
I do have a question. Were we able to tell which one is the champions room?
The champions room is nowhere to be seen, but you could ask. I remember you guys saying you were going to ask around for information.
Yeah, I could fangirl. Okay, I'm going to fangirl. All right, so as Nugh's excellent song wraps up and everyone's in a great mood, I think it's normal to have like a paper and a pen, but it would be like a quill and parchment. So I'm not going to bring that out in this world.
Oh yeah, interesting technology like the slate and chalk. They're going to like that stuff. You guys are hipsters.
Yeah, well, I'm going to try to blend in. So I'm just going to be like, okay, take a deep breath. It's okay. You got this. And I'm going to talk to a stranger. Oh my gosh. I'm going to like go to a gladiator. Unfortunately, I think I would be more comfortable talking to a female stranger. This is a female gladiator. And I'm going to say, hi. Do you know, do you know where the champion's room is? I was really hoping to meet them.
Oh, the champion. Yeah, he's listen, the champion has his own separate room underneath the Coliseum that's private. That's what you get when you become the champion. Oh, look, she's looking at you. Oh, are you one of the fighters here?
Oh gosh, no, I'm a fan. I was hoping just to see. I just want to see him close up. I've seen him from a distance fighting, and so I was just hoping to say hi.
Well, he might be done with his fight after a while, but there might be he, depending on what happens. Yeah, you might be able to see him, but there's a large crowd, and I don't think you look like someone who's good with large crowds.
Oh gosh, no, I could just maybe be near his room. Where's that?
I could say it's underground, but there are guards looking after it. But it'd be if you're really trying to get a peek, you could try to sneak in. I won't let anyone know you're on your way. But like I say, if guards catch you underground sneaking in there, they will apprehend you. That means they're going to put their hands on you. So I wouldn't. If you're not a fighter, I wouldn't recommend it. But
I wouldn't want that. But like maybe if I just want to drop off like a gift, like a fruit basket or something, where would that be? I was just curious.
You can leave the fruit basket. Is that like
to the left? Is it down that hallway or is it that way? And I'm pointing.
She points back where the manager's area was, the guy that beat himself because he was so scared of Nook. She points. You can leave it at the front desk over there. But if you want to, I'll do my best to get a signature for you if that's something you want.
Oh gosh, thank you.
Try to help you. Yeah, try to help you.
Yeah, and then I leave because she's not helpful at all.
Oh.
All right. Okay, so we just try to go downstairs when stairs are available, guys. I don't know. That didn't help.
It's a step in the right direction, at least. We know where to go. But something tells me that most of the regular run-of-the-mill fighters don't get to go down to the lower levels very often.
Can I retcon something?
Mm-hmm.
Can Zidane have gotten a fruit basket from that room? Because then we can deliver it.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Cool. I have a fruit basket.
It's a fruit basket, but it's new fruit, like the cyber fruit. So it comes in little silver pouches of Capri Sun. So it's the Capri Sun fruit basket.
Wonderful.
Terrifying.
Yep.
All right, let's deliver this to the champion.
All right. Let's head on to the basement then.
We got to get out of here before they start punching people.
Yeah, definitely.
On your way to the basement, you see some guards running up, and with some weird cubicle device or holding your hands that's making a lot of staticky like noises, and they're rushing and they rush past you. They don't even pay attention to you. And behind you, you start to hear like fighting, gunfire, and like just screaming and punching. It seems like there's a big commotion going on. Do you want to investigate?
Nope.
What could have possibly happened?
I have an idea.
But from the looks of it, all the security from that area is just rushing past you in that direction, in the direction you came.
I do the like step to the side and let them pass as they're rushing towards us. In the, I've delivered things. This used to be my job, is deliver stuff. So just get out of their way, let them go. It's totally cool. The fruit basket is our clipboard.
You you step to the side to let them pass. One of the ones that the end straggler is like really hamming it up like I am a super secret spy agent, and he's got his gun and he's looking between the halls even though he shouldn't be, and he comes up to you, doesn't even notice that you're a person, and he thinks you're full cover, and he sidles behind you and looks around you. Looking around, and then continues running.
I just pause and I let that happen.
And then he continues. He's really hamming it up.
He's got his gun sideways.
Oh yeah, he's ready. He's ready for action. He's gonna be the first one down.
Yeah.
His name's Wilhelm.
Does he scream?
Oh yeah, he screams. He's gonna be the first one down. Everything. Oh, it's so funny. But yep, it's clear down in the basement.
All right. Well, I guess we're finding the room with a star on the door. That's where we're going to deliver this gift basket full of Capri Suns.
Start making your way down into the basement, and it's winding, and it starts getting less technological and more familiar. Something that you're used to with the Coliseum. It turns from the normal metal walls to stone walls, and you start getting lower and lower. There's still some of this future tech around here, but definitely seems as though you're delving, like sort of excavating like old ancient ruins to a point, and you get down to a door at the end of a hallway with a star on it with the name Champion Hondo Domeki.
Is the door trapped?
Good question. Does anyone have any skills for checking for traps?
I can heal you guys after you get burnt up by that trap.
My skill for checking for traps is to set off a trap.
All right, we're set. Let's do this.
We're
I'll
fine.
heal you. As long as you don't die.
Look, that's a temporary condition for me. Come on.
Perfect.
So, Nugh, you go to open the door.
Mm-hmm.
You turn the knob and click! It's locked.
I'm very big. I have augments on my arms and legs. I do not think it is locked for very long.
Right. Then let's see it.
I'm going to pick the lock with my shoulder.
I love that. I love that. So, do you have any augmentations that give you bonuses, or would that'll just be? I'm thinking of an athletics check.
I'll take the athletics. I have leg implants that increase my lift modifier, and give me +2 to 2d4 to athletics rolls. I also have arm implants.
Ooh. There you go.
I'm
so
big
do the arm
and I'm
implants
strong.
do anything?
There's like one thing I do well.
So you are going to break down this door, and like I say, it's not high-tech magnet locked door. It's just a normal locked door.
Cool.
Something primitive because of this primitive area you're in.
So I use power, right? Because it's athletics, which is my power is 23, so that's 2d10. Is that right?
Plus your athletic skill, and then you get plus 2d4 from. There you go.
So, okay, so let me do my. Okay, I got 13 on that, plus a 9, so that's 22, and then hold on. Sorry, that was plus a 5, so 18, and then 2d4, another 6 for a total of 24, I think. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that definitely makes it. You just effortless. How do you describe lock picking the door, quote unquote?
Yeah, like, you know, I put my hand on the doorknob and I turn it, and it you know, does not click, does not make the sound of a door opening, and then I just kind of shove with my shoulder a little, you know, oomph, and then it opens surprisingly.
Wow. I'd imagine the lock just kind of breaks through. It makes a bit of a noise, but it's very effortless.
Yeah.
You hear the click from the lock, and you just, I just got to push a little hard.
Yeah, it's just stuck. Really, for me, it's just stuck. This isn't like a 6-inch deadbolt. Clearly, like this is just a stuck handle. Really. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And not that anyone could understand the story if I tried to tell it.
So that's what your party members see. You just effortlessly push in a locked door. Zidane applauds.
Well, let's drop off our basket.
I open the door wide.
You open up and it lets out this musky smell of just... So it looks like there's been some vape in here. It's a nice, pleasant smell, but it's musky and it's foggy. And as the fog kind of clears up and you turn on some lights, it's got some traditional lights here and there. But you look around and Zidane, you happen to notice a lot of this stuff looks like stuff you would have owned. This looks like...
Interesting.
This almost looks like a room you would have if you were the champion in the Coliseum. Familiar clothes, familiar amenities. What are some things that Zidane likes to keep in his room? Some day-to-day things. Because you would notice a bunch of that here.
He always kept, well, actually the clothing thing happened after he came back, but no, he would have like a display of like his weapon choices, you know, for the day. He liked to keep a variety going back in his gladiatorial days, keep the audience on their toes. That would have been the main thing, shields, that would have been very untouched because he doesn't like using them. And like a spot where like where all of his, like a trophy case, like all of his trophies would have been.
Oh, that's true. You see things that are very similar and you get this feeling of deja vu looking in this room. You see schedules for when to use weapons, which is something you were always teased for doing yourself. It was like, this day I'm going to use this weapon. This day I'm going to use this weapon. I don't care if my opponent this day is going to use this that's overcomes this weapon. I'm going to use it and it's going to look good. And then you come to the trophy case, and it's like, oh, this is trophies like displayed exactly how I do it. This guy, you get the feeling like this guy know what he's doing. I like it. And then you read on the trophies, you notice that they don't have the name Honda Domeki, but they have the name Zidane Carmichael.
Well, friends, it appears I'm the champion.
On surface level, yes.
Out of character, I'm excited because all this stuff is bio-activated. You've got the right retinas for the scan.
Nugh takes out his slate and says, sorry about your door.
It's fine. I'm sure we can get a new one. And that's so like if I look around the room, all I see is stuff with like my name on it and things.
Yes, the champion's room, the door leading in that Nugh had broken through had the name champion Honda. I can't remember the name. Domeki, thank you. I don't know why I couldn't think of the first consonant. Honda Domeki on the champion's door, but inside it's a lot of stuff for Zidane Carmichael.
It's a fascinating turn of events. Now, are there years like written down on these things?
There are years, but they're not years. They say cycles, and they have like a certain 4-digit number point, another 3 digits. It's really weird counting in this universe. There's no real gauge to tell, but all you can tell is that it's very weird that the champion Honda Domeki has a bunch of trophies and memorabilia that is connected to you with your name on it.
Could also be maybe he's just a big fan. I'll have to give him an autograph.
But these aren't trophies that you personally have won. They seem to be trophies from this universe.
All right. Check the room for retina scan things. Fingerprint opening locks.
Yes.
Oh, everyone go ahead and roll their perceptions. So to do a perception roll, it would be perception plus either search or investigate, I think are the 2 skills, but I don't think anyone here has those. But you can just roll your perception, which is just your perception stat, which you take a look at your perception stat, you look at the tens place, and that's how many D10s you get.
I am as perceptive as the pillar that the guard hid behind. I rolled a 1.
No. You're distracted by all the shiny trophies and just cool shiny weapons that are around here.
11.
11. Oh, okay.
I think in my head I'm composing a song about this, and that's distracting me.
That works. Yeah.
I had rolled a 10 and then I rolled a 4 after that. So 14.
Good. So while Nugh is getting inspired and thinking about, I would imagine, writing poetry and songs. Zidane and Sadie happen to find this weird white metallic device. It looks to be a throne of sorts that's up against the back of the wall, and you notice on top of it, it's got this inverse, like it's a bowl indentation on the bottom, and there's a bit of an interface, and it does have a biometric scanner.
Well, I will sit on this throne.
Mm-hmm.
I would wipe it first. It seems like a toilet.
Oh, no, I should do better to describe this. It's a throne you can sit in, and at the top, sort of the backrest is that device that you can interact with, and it has the thing on top of it. So it's about at head level when your back's to it. It's at the back of your head, and it's about a meter wide, and it dips in. It looks like something's supposed to fit into it.
I will see if my skull fits into it.
No, your skull's too small to fit into. I mean, it can fit in it, but it doesn't fit perfectly in it.
Well, what's this biosign reader look like? Is it the big hole is the reader, or is it
it's something on the side, something you would touch on the throne there?
Okay, I'm gonna touch it.
Mm-hmm. So on doing that, activates, and this weird. If you've seen the Tony Stark 3D light projection thing comes up, and you see the world of draws and the whole planet, and then it zooms on in Niqamui and it shows your current location at the Coliseum, and it's saying that there's something here that needs to be activated. The Atlas device needs to be activated.
Is there a way for me to activate the Atlas device from here?
It appears that it's pointing in the direction of it appears that there needs to be how would I describe this? It's showing this purplish glow in the direction of Sparkworks Industry. Something underneath it shows a 3-dimensional map, and it shows something is underneath Sparkworks Industry.
Oh, poor Nugh.
Something tells me we can't put it off any longer. We have to go to Sparkwork Industry, but we have a map now. Is there like a way that I can figure out how to like take it with us? like a map of the place, like a tablet somewhere nearby?
The device that's on top of the throne is able to be picked up and taken with you. The thing that's a meter wide, you can actually, it's like taking a computer. Someone big like Nugh could easily just carry it under their arm or carry it on their back, however you decide to carry it around. It's pretty heavy.
So like the map though, does it give us like a detailed like schematic of the Sparkwork Industry, or is it just like a map, like a Google Street View kind of thing?
Sort of a Google Street View kind of thing, but it shows that there's something under the ground.
Under the ground. Okay. That just narrows it down. I don't want to take this with us just because they'll notice it's gone.
Would you? No, I'm just kidding.
I
think I
hold
would.
out the slate
Yeah.
as if we're gonna trade. We're gonna put the slate in its place.
And it is tempting to take it with us. No, I think we should leave it behind because it's not going to be that useful for us when we're in there anyway, since it's not a schematic of Sparkwork Industries. So I think we should leave it behind, but we have a goal now.
Out of character, all the clothes in this dressing room fit you, Zidane. Just saying. And they're your style.
Fair. But I like the suit I'm wearing.
All right. Well, cool. Yeah. To Sparkworks?
To Sparkworks.
I didn't have to understand know what you said.
We can fix your voice thingy, and you'll be able to actually like speak. It'll be wonderful.
That's kind of fun to be able to speak with 3 words. I like it.
Do we get to pick the words?
No, they're random. They like codfish and mustard.
Shiny Metal daffodil.
It sounds hilarious. And with that, we'll head out on break. Joining us this first half were Zidane,
Yes, hello. It seems like I'm a champion in this world too.
Sadie,
Can I eat the Capri Sun fruit? Probably not. No. Yeah. I'm debating it.
and Nugh. Goodbye, everyone. Oh, but first, thank you for reminding me. We do have a review.
Yes, today's review is left by Pookie Anarchy. They left us a 5-star review. Thank you very much. It seems that they have quite the vested interest in the ongoing saga of the story and seeing especially where that Zidane character, seeing where he is going to wind up. Should be an interesting time for everybody.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you, everyone, for joining. We'll get back with you after our break. Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Today's mid-episode shout-out is, quote, "Big thanks to my editor, Sanjay. Thank you for handling my novel and getting it reviewed on time. I wouldn't meet my deadlines without you. And so many plot holes." End quote. You can arrange for us to read your shout-out at firebreathingkittenspodcast.com. Is there an episode of Fire Breathing Kittens that would make someone you know smile? Share it with them. And did you know we have paperback and hardcover and audiobook adaptations of our adventures on Amazon and Audible? Check them out. Thanks.
Welcome back to Fire Breathing Kittens. This episode, would someone like to give us a recap? No?
It might be our only chance
for
for Nugh's player to speak out of character. You want to do it?
Sure. We were hired by Pearl in the Sea to investigate an anomaly that threatens the multiverse. They're working with Nulasak to try to prevent this tremendous disaster. And so they've hired our little low-level selves to go and deal with it, which is great. We go into this sort of cyberpunkish world and find an ad board, like a job board, that suggests that we could investigate Sparkworks Industries, Ramona, the tech scavenger on the pier, or something about the Colosseum is trying to. There's like a gang at the Colosseum that's trying to ascend to godhood. So we decided to check out the tech scavenger, Ramona, who is looking for a spaceship that she thinks is buried underneath Sparkworks or possibly the Colosseum. And so we went to the Colosseum to try to find this spaceship because Nugh really, really, really doesn't want to go to Sparkworks if he can avoid it. But at the Colosseum, we got past the guard who wanted us to scare him. So we did in various ways. And made it down to kind of the gang locker rooms essentially and started a fight. And then we made it all the way down into the champions dressing room in the basement, which had someone else's name on the front, which is Honda something or other. I'm so sorry. I didn't write the last name down, but inside the names on all the trophies and all of the biotech that's, uses sensors and scanners and things is all keyed to our very own Zidane Carmichael. So apparently his championship gladiator days spans the multiverse. And that is where we are now.
Yeah, well, thank you. Very good recount of everything that's happened up to this point. So you guys have decided you're wanting to head towards Sparkworks?
Yes.
Okay.
And we decided that because the information we got here indicated that is in fact where the spaceship is. So too bad for Nugh.
Yes. So You approach the robotics manufacturing facility. You can see an immaculate fountain sculpture in front of what appears to be the main entrance. To the left is a road leading to the side where trucks go. To the right is a road leading to an employee entrance.
I feel like maybe, well, no, you're built like a truck, but you're not a truck.
I start walking towards the employee entrance.
That's what I was thinking. Let's just go to the employee entrance.
Really? That's what you guys were thinking. I was not thinking that. Okay, let's go to the employee entrance. All right. I mean,
All right,
that makes
so-
sense. We don't know how to drive a car in this universe is what I was stuck on.
Yeah, that was where my thought process was too.
Yeah.
So you go to the employee entrance and notice a door with a high-tech lock over the handle. I'm just looking back at Nugg's player, like, already know what they're thinking. Above the door is what appears to be a scrying device that slowly turns back and forth as though keeping watch.
Man, I do not like this entrance.
Before
No.
we get over there, as we're on the way, I'm looking for a dolly or a wagon or some sort of carting device because I feel like if I'm carrying a ladder, I'll get in.
Yes.
Look around with a perception check, everyone.
Oh no. Well, I know that's only a D10 for me because I already failed that badly before.
I'm going to use my
Oh,
spark.
good. I got a 1.
I'm noticing a pattern with no.
That song that I'm composing, I just got to the second verse.
Nice.
4.
7.
You look around. The only possible structure you see is something you don't really see in the immediate area, but you do remember seeing a security booth on the opposite side where the trucks go, and that might have something you're looking for, but you can't find anything around the immediate area.
Can you say that again?
You remember seeing a security booth on the opposite side of the building where the trucks go to deliver, and that building might have something you're looking for, like a ladder or a dolly or something. But everything in the immediate area on this side of the building, there doesn't appear to be anything. But you do remember that there was some place on the other side of the building that might have what you're looking for.
Let's talk out of character, guys.
Yes.
I feel like going to a security building to get the thing that we're trying to use to get past security is probably
Not the wisest idea.
maybe not.
Yeah, I agree. So let's talk out of character. Ready? Employees eat lunch.
Whoa.
We're
Great.
delivery
Let's deliver
drivers. We're Uber drivers.
I love it. Yes, 100%. I'm there.
All we really need is food.
Yes. It worked once
I'm not
before.
even sure that's an out of character suggestion. That sounds like Sadie 100%.
Oh, guys, I still have, I didn't eat these Capri Suns. I've got a gift basket.
Ah, yes. That would work wonderfully.
So here's the plan. We deliver lunch.
Okay.
I feel like one Capri Sun basket is going to be like, oh, just leave it at the desk.
Ooh,
So on our way, there's got to be street vendors with like food, right?
Yeah, there's got to be a fast food joint, a
Like
futuristic Qdoba.
like food trucks and whatnot. I want to like just load up so that it's like not just a basket. We're like catering.
yeah. Oh, who says no to bagels? Nobody.
Right, exactly. We bring all the finest
You would-
bagels in the land.
You would find a local, well, this is sort of a cyberpunk universe. I imagine they're soy bagels. I don't know. Everything's
Sure.
made of soy. Soy and sushi.
Soy and lentils.
Soylent Green.
No.
Oh, not that. Okay.
So you're able to find a small shop that has that. You have the money to pay for it. It's cheap enough you can spend what you guys have currently on that. And yes, there is a front desk. If you remember, there's a main entrance. If you want to go through there.
Oh, yeah.
There were three places. There was the main entrance. There was the employee entrance on the right, which had the security door with that camera. And then there was the one on the left where the trucks go that had a security booth. You know, with one of those arms that raise and lower to let people in. So those are the three entrances you could see. So it's from what it sounds like you're preparing a lunch basket to bring to the employees to the front desk.
Yeah, like boxes of bagels and bagel sandwiches. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice. So you gather all those things and you enter through the automatic sliding doors into a cool open lobby. Sitting behind the front desk is a well-dressed deep gnome wearing a suit and tie. He has mottled gray skin, gray hair, and black eyes. He's focusing on a glowing glass screen while typing on a keyboard.
So I'm just carrying food.
Me too.
Lots, like the big trays,
I'm holding 3 boxes. That's it.
What was the name of the place we got the bagels from? Because I need it for my speech.
Like, it's got to be a pun on soy, right? Soygles?
There we go.
Soygles. That's perfect. Soygles.
So
Love that.
I'm not carrying any of the food.
Rolls off the tongue. I'm very into titles and sayings and puns that just roll off the tongue. Soygles. Beautiful.
Rolls off the tongue could be a good punny bagel place too.
Oh, whoa, that's awesome.
Maybe that's their tagline.
Soygles. Rolls off the
Soygles.
tongue.
Rolls off the tongue. I'm loving this business we just created.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not carrying any of the food. I'm the one that's going to be doing all the talking, I feel. So I'm just the guy that's going to direct. Nugh has all the stuff. So I'm going to approach the deep gnome at the front desk and go, "Excuse me, sir."
Oh, well, hello. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. This, what time of day is it?
Afternoon.
Afternoon. Doing great on this wonderful afternoon. I am here from Soygles. Here we're here to deliver lunch for everybody today. Just need some directions on where to go to get to the employee locations.
From Soygles. Well, we weren't expecting anyone for lunch today, but this is a fine gift. Yes, if you're looking for the employees' break room, it's just to my left over here. He points to your right. Through this doorway, it leads into the office areas.
Fantastic. We will make our deliveries and then we'll be out of your hair before you even realize what happened.
Well, I wouldn't imagine you being in my hair, seeing as it's all tangled up. But but go ahead and make your way through.
All right, onward, companions.
Yeah, we walk towards the break room and then we just kind of keep walking.
Yep.
Okay, so you're in the break room.
No,
notice-
we didn't turn,
oh,
and then we got lost. It's
Wait,
terrible.
did you drop the stuff off
No.
at the break room?
Why would we
Or-
drop?
Oh,
We've got snacks for when we're down in the basement now.
wait, you're
Yeah,
bringing the bagels with you?
Yeah.
All the
yeah, absolutely.
poor Nugh. He's just carrying these bagels.
Big tray of bagels. Improvised weapon. Try me.
So you actually see a map, a digital map on the wall on this nice pane glass, and it's a bit interactive. You can click on things and go to certain areas. And there's one place that's behind the manufacturing area. That's a downstairs basement entrance that is off limits. It says.
I point at it and I say, "Arr."
Well, I mean, this is going to be pressing my luck quite a bit here, I feel, but I will, if I get close to the door, I mean, probably isn't going to apply for here, but does it look like there's a bio reader of some kind on the door that it uses to open up, or?
It looks like very similar to the door you saw outside with the high-tech lock and security camera outside of it. The security camera is slowly panning left and then pans right.
Keep walking in
It's
a
over
straight
top
line.
of the door.
Don't pause. Just keep going, guys, and we'll talk after we get out of eye shot of this camera, right?
Yep.
Okay, so we're out of eye shot of the camera. I'm looking for someone who is young.
Mm-hmm.
That is my only
There is
criteria.
Oh.
There's this beaming new hire factory worker, and she's just happy to be here. She's getting all these new benefits working here at this amazing corporation, and she's just looking for work. and looking for any direction because she's a new hire.
Okay. All right. You can do this. All right. She's younger than you? No, she's not. She's slightly older than me. Gosh darn it. All right. I'm sorry. I'm late. I'm late, and I'm supposed to take these to the bosses. And I nod at the locked door.
Oh wow, those look yummy and delicious. And yeah, the boss hired me on, and I'm just so excited to be here. Yeah, I can get you in there. It requires clearance. I don't have clearance, but I'm sure I can get with someone to give us clearance. I'll be right back. And she runs off.
Thanks.
Going off out into the factories. You see a bunch of security details out there. They're not paying attention to you, but she's going and talking to them and letting you know that you brought lunch. And then she's kind of beaming and happy and bringing back what appears to be an armed security guard. He seems, well, let's see. You're here delivering to the boss? I've never heard about this.
I'm so sorry I'm late. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
Late? Do you have your ID card?
I'm just a Soigles employee. Soigles rolls off the tongue. I open and I waft the box.
Roll, what would be a good... I know you have tactics, so I'd say go ahead.
I don't have tactics. I have.
Oh, you don't have tactics anymore?
No, I have meditation and medicine. I'm actually not a liar and a rogue. I don't know why I'm role-playing this way.
I have banter.
I have soothe. I'm going to roll soothe on this guard as they smell the bagels.
Okay.
All right. The target of this rote is healed for roll divided by target number of HP. Yeah? So I'm going to roll 1d10 plus 3d6. And this is the smell of the bagel coming at them. That is a lot of numbers. Oh my gosh.
What's the target number for the rote?
I heal them
you have to...
by... Well, I'm just healing this security guard. The bagels are that good. For 7 hit points.
He takes it in and is like, well, what were we talking about again? Can I have some of those bagels?
I wish you could, but I'm afraid I would get fired.
Oh, well, if you said you need to he's thinking, well, you need to get to see the boss, right? You need to go down there into the basement. There's a top secret project, and you said that they're waiting on you to deliver them lunch?
Oh gosh, do I have to? I guess I do have to, don't I?
Well, it's a bit of a problem because they've got some top secret project going on down there.
Could you
only
come with
security
me?
knows.
I don't want to go alone.
Oh, well, I'm supposed to go down there, but they wanted lunch delivered. Tell you what, he smiles, looking at you and the bagels, eyeing those bagels. If you give me 2 bagels, no, 3 bagels, I might leave the door open or give you the passcode and you just happen to know it because you're from you're from Soigles, so you would have known the code to get in for today to deliver the bagels, right?
I look aghast. I just look shocked and sad at my 2 companions. And I'm just like, did we bring extra bagels?
Oh, yes, we have plenty. We have plenty of bagels.
Excellent. So here's the code. And he gives you this 4-digit code. Now, it's only temporary. And I'm sure that once you enter through and then come back out, they'll change the code for it and let security know.
Oh, gosh,
can I have a bagel too? Can I have a bagel too? The new hire is like, I want a bagel.
Well, that's why we have Nugh carrying all these other bagels. The ones you're carrying, Sadie, those are for the bosses. This were the ones for the employees here. So yes,
Nugh. And he looks over at Nugh and is looking and is like, I see they've got one of the. You must be an old prototype. Interesting.
The nod. I wish the nod was conveyed to the listeners. That was solid.
Yeah, so there have been many prototypes that have been scrapped, but you seem to be working just fine. I see you've gotten a job there at Soigles. Rolls off the tongue. Speaking of rolling off the tongue, I'll take these. He takes the 3 soy bagels. takes him back and continues on his way. And Harry's like, oh, this is so exciting. This is my first day on the job. I'm helping people out. I'm getting free bagels. This is the greatest. And I get free dental. Oh my gosh. I can't wait. Free dental is going to come in handy after eating this. Thank you. And she heads off.
That was shockingly simple. It's the second time I've bribed someone with food to get somewhere, so I seem to have a recurring theme.
Ah.
All right, well, we got what we needed, so let's head on down to the basement and ditch the bagels.
For whatever reason, Nugh keeps the bagels.
Oh yeah,
I feel
this is my cover.
Yeah, this is a shield now. I don't know. Whatever. If I need it, I need it.
I'm just imagining Nugh with arms outstretched to the sides holding bagels, and
Like,
it just makes this.
I'm imagining like those large catering trays. You know, they're like
Oh,
like a
that
couple
too.
feet across. Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I figure he's got like maybe two stacked on top of each other. You know, like it's a handful for somebody who's not 6.5 feet tall with augments, but no, it's just like, you know, this is like carrying a snack.
Yeah. With your increased lift modifier too, you're able to carry these no problem.
Yeah. These are just bagels.
So you go through this or go to the security door. The security cameras see you, but the security guards already let everyone know. Oh, it's just don't worry about it. They're delivering lunch, and you have the security code, so there's no problem getting through. There's no breaking a door or tripping a camera, so you can go right in there.
All right. Well, gosh, suddenly I have to pee. Let's find that bathroom.
Yeah, let's.
I'm an anxious peer, and that made me afraid.
Is she going to look for? I mean, there are bathrooms at the office.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm
Somewhere without surveillance.
right. I just say this. I'll be in character. Guys, I'm a nervous peer, and that made me afraid. Can we find a bathroom? I say out loud for the security camera's benefit, and then we wander around behind the 4-digit wall door thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. So you're going down through the base into the basement, down these stairwells. They start to look a little less high tech and a little more modern. Comes iron rod stairs going into another room with a staircase that becomes more brick and mortar. Looks very similar to the old Niqamui. The further you go down, like excavating into old ruins, and you get to this new area. It's the lowest part of the facility, and in this room, a gigantic generator with a large humanoid encased in a cylindrical case rests in the back of the room. At its base is a row of glowing glass panels with wires connecting to the machine. Monitoring the machine is a human woman with pale skin and black hair wearing a white high-tech lab coat that has gadgets all attached all over it.
Does she look familiar?
Yes, this looks like an altered version of Professor Spark, as manic as you know her.
So Nugh is curiously silent. Nugh the silent. And just sort of walks over and stands behind her and starts kind of looming, much like he did with the guard, but I don't think I have enough legendary points left to do what I did to the guard to her. What's in the cylinder?
From what you can see, it's a cylinder laying horizontal, and you can see from this angle what appear to be humanoid feet, but they're not flesh. They appear to be metal, almost robotic.
Oh, in this universe, she didn't make you. She makes robots.
Yeah.
Metal Gear.
Yeah. This isn't your lady. Don't be afraid. So I can tell my friend is stressed out, and I don't want to touch you because if you reach back and swat me, I will die. So instead, I open that bagel box. And just the smell fills the room. Like, it smells really good. Like soy, of course.
So I gotta prepare this. The moment you crack that open, You see her head kind of jerk. She's not facing you guys right now. She's facing away, looking at something else. You see her head jerk up like an animal, like sniffing something. And she says, are those Soigles? Rolls off the tongue? Expiration date, 2 days from now? 2 days, 2 hours, 20 minutes, 19 seconds, 18, counting down. Who brought those in? She turns around, sees the bagels.
So she...
And it sees Nugh.
Yes.
right there, standing
right
looming
there,
over
like
top.
looming right above her with two
the
trays of
bagels,
Bunch
bagels.
of bagels.
Yeah.
So many
With the
bagels.
bagels. Well, if it isn't Nugh from Universe 52C1EA, not exactly who I was expecting to show up, but you'll do, she says with an evil cackle and smile, kind of wringing her hands, very just.
I think I'm going to bring the bagel tray down on her head. Just
So is this going to be an attack, or are you just role playing as just dumping it on her? What's
the combat system scares me, but I'm going to jump right into it. Yes, I'm going to bring the bagels down on her head with the intent to harm her.
Ooh, okay. So that will be
I don't necessarily want to kill her.
just hurt her.
I want it to hurt. Yes.
All right. Go ahead and roll a melee attack. So for your melee attack, you would roll.
I have melee as a
as a
I have
skill.
unarmed, which
Unarmed.
applies for.
So roll your unarmed
yeah.
skill with your power. stat.
Okay, so can I roll my fate card? Because I might get an extra
Yes.
attack.
Yes, that is something else. So fate is an optional thing you can do, but you can do it at the beginning of any roll, but before the beginning of any roll that has stakes, like a skill check. So this would be perfect. So you can roll fate. It's a D100.
Okay.
And then check your fate card.
I rolled a 36. I have nothing on my fate card for that.
That's fine.
And then
For a lot of beginning characters, a lot of space in your fate card is going to be blank. So if you roll something that's blank, nothing happens. That's normal. The further you develop a character in New Edo, the more your fate card gets filled out, and more cool stuff is bound to happen.
so I got a 20 on my improvised weapon attack.
20?
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, that makes it. So it comes down. Go ahead and roll for your damage.
Okay. 7 kinetic.
7 kinetic. Okay, that's perfect. So it deals. So how do you do this? Do you just drop them on her, or are you slamming
No,
them
I
down
slam.
on her?
I bring them. Like I'm standing and I'm tall. She's. I think she was seated,
Short.
right? And she turns around, sees me.
Well, she was standing
she's
up,
standing,
but
okay.
kind of hunched forward, and she's already small.
Yeah.
You're definitely able to do this.
Yeah, and I just, like I'm standing there with the tray and I just wham, right? Bagels fly everywhere, because they're in the tray, like, right? And yeah.
So it slams down on her hard, and she falls on the ground. She goes, "Oh, ow! You're probably a defect from your universe. Don't you know any manners? And she shakes her head off. It's like, no matter. I can see you're strong. You'll do good to test out my experiments. Ready to give it a go?"
The person who can't talk.
And shaking. She is hurt from that, but she's shaking it off, and she's very eager to test her experiments.
Yeah, so
you.
I'm absolutely not going to allow her to experiment on me.
Oh.
The resistance will be extreme, and I will attack her again. I will keep attacking her until she stops making these incredibly stupid suggestions.
She sees you getting ready to raise a fist. Like, oh, okay. You don't have to experiment now. Maybe I can convince you. Yes, but we'll see. I see you've brought some people here. Who are these people you've brought with you? I
turn to my friends and I say,
"You're not going to hurt me too, are you?" She's looking a bit nervous. She was hurt pretty badly. Now she's realizing, oh, you're just gonna keep slamming, just beating me up now. This one, in her mind, she's like, oh, it's defective. It's not listening to me.
I don't have any intentions on hurting you unless you give me a significant reason to.
Well, other than delivering bagels, why are you here? I didn't order bagels, but they do smell delicious. And she picks one off the ground. And she looks like she hasn't eaten in days.
Oh, I have a bartering chip now. I withdraw the rest of the bagels from her reach. Whoa.
No, my bagels! I just realized how hungry I am. I've been working nonstop for days. I'm in the middle of a breakthrough.
Nugh, you have a bartering chip. So hold the bagels up, Nugh.
I hold my fist up. I'm holding a bagel like it's a brass knuckle.
Zidane, explain.
Yeah. So we're here because, well, we've discovered an unusual energy source underneath here. And potentially something to do with a spaceship. Could also be your giant metal man over there, too. Could be emitting the energy signal that we've been coming across or been trying to uncover, essentially, to stop the end of reality.
You've detected my presence here? The power source I found? How? How did you detect it? She says.
Because I'm the Coliseum
maniacally.
champion.
The Coliseum champion. How does that make sense? Of course it makes sense. In Universe 67294A, yes, the champion knows all and would be able to detect. It became the master of the universe and was able to detect the location of the spacecraft that's underneath this facility. Yes, she's very crazy, which she is speaking nonsense, but for some reason, in the context of what you're discovering and what you're looking for, kind of makes sense. But to someone normal, just talking to her, she's like, "This is a crazy person."
Yeah.
Just smile and nod and slowly back away. But she's talking about the existence of multiple universes and multiple realities, and there's a spaceship underneath, and how could you have detected it? Oh, it makes sense now because you're from another universe, or it could be, but she's off the wall. But
Listen, I'm going to stop your diatribe. Can you show us the spaceship?
Spaceship? No, it's not this. The spaceship is not a small thing. It's under the entire. It spans the entire city. Once it activates, it could lift the entire city from the ground and lift us all into space. But I don't want anyone to have that. It's mine. It's under my facility, and I'm using it for my experiments. It has a power source, and you can't have it. But those bagels, can I have one?
If you show us the spaceship, if you can show us how to get to it, the battery, yes, if you can show us the battery, we'll give you another bagel.
I can't really. I don't trust. What if I show you its power? What if I show you what it can do? What I've been working on for the past 3 months. I've gone without food for weeks now. I'm falling apart. But this breakthrough keeps me alive.
Show us the battery. I don't really, because I know that's code for showing us its power means you're going to try to kill us with it, and I'm not particularly fond of that idea. I would rather
not exactly. Like I was saying, I was wanting to test the power of what I've created. This thing. I'd like you to challenge my latest creation in combat to test its durability. My calculations are correct. Surely my creation should be invincible and turn you all into chop suey. Oh, don't worry. I can put you back together if that happens. She starts cackling evilly. And
I do not give her the bagel.
no.
You are not earning a bagel with what you're doing, lady. So I just hold it. Mm-mm. In fact, I close the lid.
No. Okay, so you're going to attempt to barter her to get you the battery in exchange for the bagels.
Her most recent creation.
You're trying not to. I'm sorry.
Sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say. So I was going to ask. So that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to barter the bagels for seeing the battery, or having her give it to you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
The most recent creation that she was bragging about is the thing in the cylinder, right?
Yes.
So I want to move over towards that, and that might actually make her, more comfortable because I'm not looming directly over her. and see if there's like a control panel or a wake up button or anything like that.
Ooh, okay. Go ahead and roll for perception again.
Could it possibly be related to sound? Because I have a +4 on sound related ones, perception checks. Otherwise, my perception is just crappy.
Yeah, you can.
Maybe I'm listening
go
for like
based on sound.
the beeping noise that comes from the panel.
Oh, the heartbeat.
Yeah,
Beep, beep,
I got
Beep.
an 8.
beep.
That's it. That's perfect.
Okay.
So yeah, that made it. You notice what it sounds like a heartbeat, deet, 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 but it's digital. You look over and see what looks like a heartbeat monitor in modern era. You probably wouldn't know it from your thing, but you can kind of tell by the pattern of the sound it's making. It's a heartbeat, and you can see you're able to hear it, and then you see wires connected to buttons on a panel that's next to it. It's on one of the panels that Professor Spark was working with, and it's connected to the canister or the cylinder in the middle.
Cool. I'm gonna wake
So it
this thing
seems
up.
like that's the okay. So
I want to
let's
get it on
see.
our side.
Oh, awesome!
I want it to
Let's
not
see.
rip me to pieces.
Me too, but I'm right here, so it'll rip me to pieces first, and you'll have a chance to run away.
Maybe I can heal it. I always wondered this about Frankenstein. Like, if I healed the parts, would they just like be parts separately and then like scuttle off as 1,000 little fingers into the distance? Like, anyway, keep going.
So you want to activate that console. And you see, press some buttons, will probably activate. Or you see one of those big hand levers where you pull it back. It's like it's alive. You recognize it. That's the thing.
She has a style.
That's the pull the lever. That's
All
the
the
lever.
multiverses, she still has a style.
Levers are cool.
It's a common theme. You got the other Zidane in this universe with his room. You've got the Professor Spark in this universe with the lever.
Yeah.
I know where
Everyone
I
has
am in
to
this
go.
universe. I still haven't left my room.
Exactly.
Still at home.
Why are you here?
I wonder the
so
same
fun.
thing.
That's so
but then
silly.
the bagels smell pretty good.
The soigles.
I never had a
rolls off
soigle
the tongue.
before. Yeah, they only sell them in the city. Yeah.
So you see that the lever there is next to Professor Spark, who's standing next to it, kind of jittery and looking around. But you see that she really wants a bagel.
I just reach over and pull the lever.
You're just going to reach over and pull
Yeah.
the lever? She's like,
I'll like hang a bagel in front of her face while I do it. Just kind of like,
okay.
I'm 6.5 feet tall. My arms are really long. I can do this. This is easy. I've obviously put the tray down. I mean, I spilled a bunch of I use the tray as a weapon, so that's not really. I'm not really holding a tray anymore.
So weakened, delirious, and paranoid, and hungry. She sees the bagel just over her head. Doesn't even notice it's just floating bagel in the air. She's like, oh, and she's distracted by it for just a moment.
Pull
Okay, and then you go to pull the lever.
the lever.
So you pull the lever, and she's attracted by the bagel, and it makes this big chunk sound. She goes, oh, you! And she looks over and sees the lever was pulled, and then all of a sudden, the machine activates, and it begins, the machine behind you with that cylinder begins to whir and rumble. Arcs of electricity shoot out from the case that holds the large humanoid. You see its hands twitch under the clouded glass, and you see Professor Spark cowering and looking over at the cylinder like, no, this wasn't the time yet. No, it's coming alive, and I haven't programmed it. No. Shoots. Says the mad doctor as it punches through the glass and pulls itself out of the pod. It looks at you and your fellow guildmates. It looks like to you and your guildmates, it looks like Nugh, but it's completely robotic. So robot Nugh. And it's my greatest creation yet, she says, cowering. Nugh bot 3000.
It's maybe Nugh
She
if
says
Nugh wasn't
proudly,
made up of
but
like
also
spare
concerned.
parts. Like if it was like designed correctly, right?
Oh, this looks like it was made with the latest technology, but it's all mismatched. So it's still mismatched, but it's very high tech.
What is wrong with
It
this
turns
lady?
toward it turned towards you all with a cold, unfeeling gaze before uttering out from it has one of those choker things that you found that was broken, but it has one on its neck. And you hear coming from that thing, not from its mouth, because its mouth doesn't move. You hear coming from that thing, happy birthday.
Aww. Oh, I think it's cute. And I'm like, happy birthday. Do you want a present? And I hold out a really shiny crystal. It's double-ended, like points on the top and then points on the bottom.
It reaches out for the crystal. Destroy.
No, you lick
Happy.
it. Lick it. Yeah, lick it.
It starts putting it blushing on its forehead.
Yeah.
Happy.
Yeah, okay.
Destroy. Happy. Birthday.
So, no, like, do you have a mouth, Nook?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so, do you have a tongue?
Well, no, that would be part of the problem.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I can swallow things. Yeah, I can eat.
Yeah. No, you eat it. Eat it, yeah.
Birthday.
Eat it, not your forehead.
Happy.
So I turn to the
Its mouth doesn't really exist.
Oh.
Like it has something that looks like a mouth but doesn't open.
Does it have like a power cable spot?
Yeah, we could say it does. You could look around for something and direct it to use it.
Yeah, you got to plug in somewhere.
There's something maybe on the back of his head. He starts reading around. Happy birthday, destroy, birthday. And then it hits the power thing and it fills with a happy, numbing pleasure. Happy.
I imagine the mechanism's a little different because with humans we dissolve it, but with a crystal for a robot, maybe it just like shorts the circuit a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, but for the listeners, this was N-phenyl N12-phenylethyl piperidine 4-Y-4-ol propanamide.
Oh, no.
You're welcome.
Does that have a
I'm
street
going to say
name?
Professor.
Fentanyl.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We have a stoned robot.
I wish I had it written out, but I'm just going to say Professor Spark looks at the. Is that whatever you just said, Crystal?
Fentanyl. Yeah. It's
She's
really
like,
pretty. It's a
"It
big
is.
crystal.
It is, but it's like his with that. All you've done is you've turned him. You've ruined him. He's defective now. He won't listen to anything I say now. Why would you do this? All the months of preparation, I'm ruined. And she looks defeated on her knees, shaking her fists in the air. And she's looking for a bagel. Can I at least have a bagel? She looks very pathetic now.
I will actually take some pity on her and I will get a bagel and just slide it to her on the floor.
She takes it, picks it up like a little mouse and starts.
So I look at the Nugh bot,
Yeah.
which is high AF, which I think is great. And I say,
Birthday.
I write on the slate, get out.
He looks at the slate and kind of figures out how it works. It kind of just happy, destroy, happy birthday. He's kind of reaching out for your stuff.
I hand him the
He
slate.
can only say. It seems like he can only say 3
yeah,
words.
right. But he might be able to write more. I hand him the slate and the chalk.
Mm-hmm. And he starts writing down an answer. Yes, I'd like to leave and be free. And it looks at Professor Spark of this universe going. She's very crazy, very, very pathetic at this moment for you ruining her plans. But you see that where the cylinder was left empty, there's something in its place. You see in the back. Let's see. Yeah, from what you can gather, you see this cylindrical, spherical, or no, what did I say? It's this purple energy coming out, and it's wrapping around what appears to be this invisible spherical shape. It almost seems like an invisible sphere that this purple energy is swirling around. And it's in the back there.
I point at it. Huh?
I will pick up Professor Spark from off the floor in the midst of her bagel consumption and go, Professor, what is that? And I'm going to point at the purple swirliness.
That is the battery that powers everything. She says it in a very foreboding tone, like, oh, that must be something very powerful, very, very multiverse disrupting. If in the wrong hands, it must never be put in the wrong hands. That's why only I can use it.
Something tells me your hands aren't right for this either.
Do you have another bagel?
Yeah, we're going to keep you full on bagels, lady. Can you describe the battery again?
Yes. You notice it is this purple flowing energy. It kind of looks like smoke, and it's just floating around and it's rising from the bottom of what appears to be a sphere, and then sort of float. It's sort of like fire burning underneath a spherical object, and then the flames are licking up over top of it. Sort of smoky, but it's purple violet-y energy around this invisible object. You know there's an object there, but it's invisible. Like you can see through it.
How do we transport this? As I asked the professor.
Really should have gotten that cart, like Nugh was saying earlier. I mean, it's got unlimited energy, right? So we could fly it out of here, blast the walls down. We just need to know how to use it. I want to touch it.
You want to touch it?
I want to touch it.
As you go to touch it.
Yeah, so Sadie has, the reason why she's questing is because she likes shiny new crystals and pretty things. You know, like nice flowers? She goes for new species of flowers, you know, new crystals. And I think this sphere would make the list. And she's pretty naive. She did just touch fentanyl. So she'd probably touch this. She's going to try to touch it. Yeah, I think she wants to touch it. Mm-hmm.
You got to touch it. The ground beneath you shakes violently. Floor panels crack and give way to these white pillars rising from below the facility into this room. They don't damage anyone there. They're sort of these meter or half meter wide panels just breaking up, shooting up with these runic symbols and markings of otherworldly origin. The glass panels and light fixtures begin to flicker. The large machine around you breaks down, starts to crumble, and that that sphere transformed to a white spherical device that emanates that otherworldly violet energy. It resembles an eye, having an iris-shaped lens with apertures that adjust themselves to focus on you. You and your companions, and any loose objects like the tables and the debris from the machine around you begin to float. All of you begin to float as though you're submerged in water, sort of weightless.
Okay, so I'm like touching the white part of the eye, like the sclera?
Yeah.
Ooh,
so
is it cold? Is it hot? Is it smooth? Is it rough?
It's very smooth. It's very smooth and cool. It's like a very, I'm not sure what to compare it to, but it's very titanium white. So I'd imagine like just titanium, but it's very otherworldly material, alien alloy material. You definitely know it's not just normal metal. It's
I'm gonna
mechanical,
see if I get any feedback. Like if I rub it left, do we all float left? If can I steer it?
So you start to rub it and turn around. And the iris, you see the little apertures inside, like a camera aperture, kind of close and focus on you, and says, "Hello there."
Hi, you're pretty.
I am pretty. I'm not sure how I would describe myself as pretty. It focuses on you are pretty.
Oh shucks.
But I do not recognize you in my database.
I'm not from here.
I see. I am also not from here. I came from another world my directive was to destroy this planet, but that was 3 millennia ago. 3 millennia ago, I crash landed on this planet I was sent here to destroy. But now there's nothing left.
I have some good news and some bad news. As a long-lived species myself, everyone you ever knew and loved 3 millennia ago is dead.
I see. It does not bother me that much. I am the space station's Atlas AI.
Well, hi, AI. I'm Sadie.
Nice to meet you, Sadie.
Do you want to go home with me?
Where is that? My current directive is to destroy the world of draws.
Well, you already did that. It's 3,000 years ago. Not every single person died. They're all dead.
Oh, affirmative. Checking that off the list. Now I am aimless, but I've always wanted something. I'm always waiting for new directives.
Do you want to meet my friends?
I suppose you can grab hold of it and carry it with you. But you kind of swim out. So you're inside the cylinder thing. You're cracked open. Things are kind of floating apart. You're just kind of floating there, holding onto it. So you can kind of carry it out. It's weightless as you're carrying it. And you can swim out. Your companions, including Professor Spark, are all just kind of floating, sort of like it's zero gravity around this area.
Oh,
everything's very, very weird feeling around the area. You all feel like you're suspended in water. Professor Spark's freaking out and is like grabbing for bagels.
I've kicked back. I'm like reclining in 0G, just kind of enjoying the experience.
Nice.
I have a new shiny, and no one will take my shiny except for Pearl in the Sea.
I'm trying to communicate with Nugbot about, like, how do we get out of here?
Oh, that's right. It's not Nugh. It's Nugbot 3000. Yeah. It knows 3 words.
Yes.
It doesn't really utter anything. Happy birthday, destroy. Is pointing back the way you guys came, and starts to sort of, I don't know, doggy paddle its way out.
I kind of gesture for it to wait. I mean, I gave it my slate, so it can write if it needs to as well. But
It says, I wish to, it writes down the slate, I wish to be free, but there is something we should get for you. A voice modulator like my own. It will help you somewhat. So he'll go off and get you a voice modulator when you guys are ready to leave.
I'm going to have 3 words.
Can it be a better version of the voice modulator?
Nugbot would be able to explain how the voice modulator works. So the way it works is you're able to put in 3 words before every session.
Great.
You can choose what 3 words. So you can change. So depending on where you're going and what you're doing and how you're feeling that day, you can make them whatever 3. You only get 3 words, but it's only those 3 words for that session. But you can change them up.
But it's only going to ever be 1 word because I'm never going to change happy birthday. Because that's too perfect.
Oh, okay.
Right. I mean, come on. But no, that's fantastic.
Happy's a good one.
That. I love that. Mm-hmm. Then
so you got a little bit of communication.
Yeah, then I'm going to teach Nugbot a song.
It's a happy birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday. Happy. You've made a friend with your alternate self.
This makes me mad.
And your alternate self is grateful to be freed. So, you found this AI core, and you freed Nugbot 3000 from the clutches of this alternate Professor Spark from this alternate new Niqamui in this alternate draws. So, where are you going now? You guys are getting out of here?
Can we stop by Ramona's?
Yes.
All right. Oh, and on the way out, I mean, we got to like leave all the bagels there, of course, right?
Yeah.
Left them a present, yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. So let's go to Ramona's. I imagine if the guards shoot at us, the AI could probably force field and stuff, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, no one's going to bother you. Once you come out with that AI, everything just starts to go 0G. that poor new employee is like, whoa, I'm spinning. This is the best day ever.
Oh no, spinning too fast, Bagel.
Yep.
Bagels start floating in the air, and you hear as the security guards are flying through the air, grabbing at the bagels. They really like these bagels from Soigels. Rolls off the tongue.
Oh man.
Sadie put
yeah.
fentanyl in the soigles.
Just a little bit.
Oh no!
Not much, though.
Not much.
Just
Just enough.
Look, it's the everything bagel. Everything.
This was Zane's the gladiator and Nugh the undead or the monster, and then you have Sadie the fentanyl dealer. that's what she's. That's her class.
That's what we got.
So you're heading back to Ramona.
Yeah. We float there. We arrive amidst a floating 0G purple cloud.
Whoa! What's all that? Is that what I think it is? Is that a piece of the spaceship?
AI, this is Ramona. Ramona, meet AI.
Hello, Ramona. It's a pleasure to meet you. I hear you have a goal to get a directive to give me.
Oh, no, she wants something. She wants to travel with you.
Yeah, wait. So is this the thing that... And she goes and touches it and says, yeah, I can figure something out for you. Yeah, one moment. I've got something. And she has this small personal spacecraft she kind of made. It's meant to go out to space, but there's nothing really, a fuel source or anything. But she's got a place where she can fit this AI that acts as a... what would you call it?
The power source?
Not survivable.
The doctor's companion?
No, not doctor's companion. It's a life support system. I don't know what. I was having a hard time thinking of that in the other episode too. But yeah, a life support. Yeah, it's energy source, life support, all in one. Computer interface, just everything. The AI has it all. And she finds a way to install it into her little spacecraft. It's a little personal spacecraft she can go doot into space and explore.
Hey, you guys. What do you think? Do these seem like the right hands?
They're certainly better than the hands they were in before. I feel like this is our best bet.
Ramona is just absolutely super excited to be going out to space. She wants to get off this planet and just be free, explore new worlds, and discover new things.
Seek out new life.
She's super excited. And the AI doesn't seem to be wanting to destroy draws anymore or going off and destroy anything. It wants to explore with... The more you see the two of them together, the more they seem like super buddies and they're ready to go off on a space adventure.
How many seats are in that spaceship?
Could there be a third for Nookbot?
Oh yeah, there is. There's enough. Well, the way it's 2 seats, but there's, I don't know. You think of the X-wing where you put R2D2 in the back. So in the back, that's where you put
So
the
I show
AI
that
core.
to Nookbot. Her.
Happy birthday! And raises arms up, excited. Destroy! Even though it's not destroying anything. And Ramona gets freaked out. Like, what does he mean by destroy? What does he... Destroy! Happy birthday!
That's just how Nugbot operates. Nothing you have to be worried about. I don't think it actually wants to destroy.
You see Nugbot take off his collar and work with it for a bit. And pretty much working with it like you would if you're recalibrating what words to put in it. And it puts it back on. And he stands proud next to Nugh and says, Nugh, thank you. Goodbye.
Wow. Okay. Nugh hugs him.
Aw. It's a very touching moment. If this robot could cry, it would.
If my tear
Very happy
ducts
for you.
it hadn't decayed already, I would too.
So this Ramona and Nugbot 3000 board their spacecraft, and they slowly start to levitate up into the air, and it shoots off in a blast of speed of light into this cosmos.
I'm sure they'll be fine. I have a long and happy life together. I want to go back to the Colosseum. I want to meet myself.
Oh, we have time for that? Yeah.
And see what kind of chaos is going on in the Colosseum right now, too. We may not be able
So
to
you
get
get to
in.
the Colosseum, and it seems like, there's an all-out war. It escalated. And you see this samurai-looking fellow standing outside the Colosseum, kind of looking at the carnage and everything, hellfire, like things are just blowing up. You hear gunfire, hear sirens going off, and you just see him with his arms crossed, just kind of observing, and wearing a kimono and a kabuki mask, obscuring their face, and wielding a katana. They seem very important. Oh, but since you're looking from the back, you can actually notice the hair and the skin tone and what the humanoid. It definitely looks like you from the back.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk up next to him, and I'm going to assume the exact same position as far as the arms cross and everything else. And I'm going to just go, looks like we've got ourselves a little bit of a kerfuffle going on inside.
Yes, we sure do. Have quite the kerfuffle. I happen to notice with the hidden security cameras in my room, you guys were toying through my room, but it's perfectly fine because I know it's all in good faith. And he looks, and the masked man looks at you.
And I look over at him. It's like, yes, it's always in good faith. We left everything where it was. We left you some Capri Suns.
Yes, I do appreciate it. So what exactly have you been doing? my alter ego.
Well, just saving the universe like always.
Oh, I see. Yes. So any leads on how to get back? He seems to have on how to get back. I've been setting up a ritual. I was hoping maybe you found some leads to where I could teleport myself back home.
No, I haven't worked on that. I don't have that problem. I'm perfectly content being in the present. I actually want my memories back is what I'm aiming for.
I'm trying to get back. I need to get vengeance on that fiend that sent me forward in time. I have a feeling he's plotting. Something he did caused all of this. He points at everything around this to happen. So.
Oh, this. Oh, yeah, totally. That's that guy that did that.
No, not the Colosseum. He's talking about just the surrounding, the way this world has become is under the impression. It seems to be an alternate version of yourself that has something similar, but
just
different details. Just similar enough, but not entirely the same as issues as yours. Different goals, different. There are a lot of alternate dimension versions of NPCs and characters here that have similar goals with different ends and means.
Well, I wish I could help you with your issues, but unfortunately it seems like our circumstances are a little bit different. So I wish I could help you with that part, but I don't have anything to offer you at the moment.
I wish I could help you with whatever it seems like what you've come here to do is fulfilled, and I might find some acceptance here dealing with the hand I've been dealt. Maybe there is no way back, but I'll learn to accept the way things are and just take the best, the best hand I can be dealt.
That's pretty much the way you have to look at it. That's what I'm doing back in my reality. So I wish you luck. Do you have your memories? Did you lose them too?
Oh, I have my memories, but I wish to go back, take what is mine. I see you. So you have lost your memories? Maybe there's something I know.
Most of them.
Do you remember the name of the man who?
No.
The son of the man who, the former champion. Because in my universe, the champion is the one that sent me back, or sent me forward in time.
No, mine was never a champion. He was just a guy that tried to become champion, and I wouldn't let him. It was his father that did it to me. He froze me in time. That's what happened to me.
So his father, yes. What was his name?
Kazan Zadok.
Yes, Kazan Zadok. Yes, his son was the one that sent me back. He was wanting to become champion and sent me forward in time to become champion. Do you remember his name?
No.
You don't? That's a memory. I remember his name well. You would do so to remember because he is the rival that sent me forward. His name was Jessup. Jessup. Jesop.
Well, I don't want to take up any more of your time. It sounds like you're going to have some fun cleaning up this mess. So, at least I'd have fun cleaning up this mess.
Oh, yes. I'm enjoying it quite a bit. I'm just waiting for it to die down before going in and taking care of things myself. Well, you take care.
You take care as well, me. And I'm just going to
He nods in solidarity and continues just looking on at the carnage and chaos happening before him.
That was pretty much all I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm. So when you guys were done with your... I didn't really explain what would happen or when you finished your mission, but you can return to Fire Breathing Kittens Guild Hall and get in contact. You have a way to contact Pearl in the Sea and return to get your reward. And each of you are rewarded... Oh, are you ready to return back before you...
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So we return. Pearl of the Sea says, thank you all for ensuring that everything is under wraps and nothing bad will happen with what you did. It will work splendidly. Here's a reward for you right this way. And she brings you into this room that is an arcade machine. That is an arcade room. And inside are bunch of arcade cabinets. So those are your rewards. You each get an arcade cabinet. Each of you have a special one for Zidane. It's what's a good one for Zidane?
Streets of Rage.
Streets of Rage. There you go. That would work. I was trying to think of a good fighting one. For Nugh, it's Pac-Man.
Oh, I was hoping Guitar Hero.
Guitar Hero? It could be that. You guys, for you, I was going to go with Frogger, but do you have something better in mind?
I was going to go Joust.
Ah, it's good.
Joust? Yeah. I've never heard of that. I'm going to have to look that up. So each of you get an arcade cabinet.
Yay.
And like it was described, the arcade cabinet is something you use for personal recreation, or it can gather money for you. It can, whatever currency in your universe, it can collect for people to play it.
Awesome.
So you can collect a little bit of money here and there over time.
Nice.
And it's just a little fun thing for your characters to have.
Mine is a 2-player game, so I'm going to have to find, friends.
Oh, no.
I'm going to have you guys... Can you guys play it with me sometime?
Uh-huh.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
I'm going to set mine up in the Fire Breathing Kittens Guild Hall and set it to free play mode so that everybody can enjoy it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, for free? Okay. I didn't know if free play meant that or not. Okay, cool.
Mine's not free. It's only a quarter, but
it is a quarter.
It is a quarter.
Mine's got to be free because it's 2-player. I'm not going to be like, play with me and spend money.
Yep, you guys are using it for recreation or for gaining money over time.
Then it'll break in a week and then I'll have to fix it. And then it'll break in a week.
We're going to take a level in Artificer just so we can fix our arcade games.
Well, that was fun. So, and that's the end of this session. Joining us today were Zidane.
Yes, once again, I'm unlocking more secrets of my past and figuring things out about myself. It was fun.
Nugh.
Very enjoyable game. Thank you so much.
And Sadie.
It was nice to meet you all.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey everyone, it's the end of the show, which means we're going to tell you about a podcast you might enjoy. Have you heard of What the Hell Were You Thinking? What the Hell Were You Thinking takes you on a tour of cultural curiosities and historical oddities over the past 50 years of politics, pop culture, and consumer society. From the deep cultural impact of Colonel Sanders on Japanese Christmas, to the time Garth Brooks lost his mind and decided to be Chris Gaines, to McGruff the crime dog. Host Dave Bledsoe and his possibly imaginary producer Gavin St. James take you on a walk through the history that made modern society so damn infuriating. It's not Generation X navel-gazing, okay, there might be a little of that, but it's also real history about real things that really happened, and how that history impacts us today. Hint, everything is Ronald Reagan's fault. So check them out every Monday when they answer the simple question of what the hell people in the past were thinking. Check out What the Hell Were You Thinking? A podcast.